All right, everybody, what's going on? Welcome to another edition of SWAC Smoke. We are 7 episodes in. We moved numbers pretty quickly. Who would have ever thought we'd have went from 1 to 7? But we're moving pretty quickly, and we are in football season. So we're gonna talk about some of the upcoming games this week, and we're gonna recap that game from last week that I think most people was wrong about. I know I was very wrong. Before we get started with that, man, DJ, how you doing today?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. Looking forward to the weekend. I can't wait to this weekend, so I'm just kind of like getting the work week over with.
Oh yeah, you taking a road trip, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to get down to PB for the season opener, so I'm hoping to be there on Saturday.
All right. Well, at least one of us will hopefully be at a game live. I'm gonna be in front of my TV. Um, I have a confession to make as a fan. I don't really watch Southern too much when they're on TV. I it's something about watching them on TV. It's hard for me to do. I get mad. I turn the channel. You know, when you're at the game, you can't really leave, so it's easier for me to watch at the game. But I'll probably be flipping between Southern and a bunch of other going on that time. I'm gonna be watching a lot of football, so I'm gonna try to catch the PB game too. I know they got y'all got a really good um network, with the school. So I watch a lot of Pine Bluff games, listen to games on the radio. So I'm almost more than Southern, honestly. So everybody I listen to more than Southern, but I'm gonna try to check out some football. So next I will be at a game, so that at least I can wait another week,
Yeah.
and I'll be happy with that. Now let's go ahead and talk. We're gonna talk a little bit about this MEAC SWAC challenge, man. I'm North Carolina Central. I'm sorry, man. I did y'all dirty. I ain't show y'all no respect. Y'all proved me wrong. Y'all proved everybody wrong, man. Y'all played a great game of football, real physical, nothing flashy. They just came to work. They brought that lunch pail. They came to work. They hit Alcorn in the mouth. Alcorn tried to respond, but just didn't have it. I was wrong, man. That's all I can say is I was wrong. I was very impressed with North Carolina Central. What about you?
I mean, obviously, I was wrong too. Only thing I can say, I was a little bit closer with my score. I felt like the game would be closer and low scoring, but I definitely thought Alcorn would be on the winning side of that. But I don't know. For some reason, man, it's just hard to call these games, especially when you hadn't seen neither one of them in so long. You know what I'm saying? People get better, So
Oh
I
yeah.
just think at the end of the day, I think the game was lost, won and lost in the trenches. That was the biggest thing for me. Once Felix didn't get the protection, he had happy feet in the pocket. He never was settled after that. I mean, he feel any little bit he was moving, which was a great job on North Carolina Central. They got him off of his game. He wasn't comfortable in the pocket anymore, and they're gonna have to find some more offensive linemen or something. But I'm not gonna write them off. First game, a team in the beginning of the season is not typically who they are in the end. Some get better, some get worse, but I think Alcorn will be better as the season go. Do I think they're going to be the Alcorn that everybody expected them to be? Maybe not, especially if they don't fix those offensive defensive line issues because they get pushed around, and we all know how that go. And I'm not happy that it happened, but it's like we got to a point into society now where everybody worries about who a team quarterback is. We're a quarterback driven sport now. But that goes to show you it takes a team. It doesn't matter what quarterback you have. You don't have a lineman blocking, you don't have a running back that can pick up the blitz. It doesn't matter who your quarterback is. If he's constantly under pressure, it doesn't matter. So I was kind of looking at it from that perspective, like it's a team sport. No matter how you look at it, you need all 22 guys that play that game to be on their P's and Q's.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And like you said, everybody loves the quarterback. The quarterback is the guy that get the glory. No matter you could score touchdowns as a team and run for 800 yards. If he throw one good touchdown, he get all the credit. The quarterback is the guy everybody in the stadium knows. But those guys up front is what drives the car. And North Carolina Central, they were able to get pressure on Felix without a lot of blitzing. Their front four did a really good job of getting pressure. And like you say, he had happy feet. And I was noticing as the game went on, a lot of time he would already be getting out of the pocket before anything even got in his face. And that, that throws off the rhythm of offense. He's a rhythm passer. He's a guy, if he can, hit one here, hit one there, he gonna get into it. But I feel like he was pressing a little bit. And them couple of hits he took early in that game, I think they rattled him. And on the flip side, Alcorn just didn't look like Alcorn up front. Really on either side of the ball, they didn't look like Alcorn. They weren't really that physical. They got pushed around. And I think once they fell, once the game got close, they pressed. And when you start pressing, especially as a team that's supposed to be better, when you start pressing, you don't make the plays that you normally make. You start making simple mistakes. You allow a guy to get loose on a punt return, and those kind of things add up. And it was really just a textbook example of little things adding up to big things. Because North Carolina Central didn't do anything flashy. They didn't do any spectacular plays, but they ran what they wanted to run, and they took care of the ball. And they played a better game. Honestly, it was just one of those games where they just outplayed Alcorn and they got the W. But like you said, this is one game. It's not a SWAC game. Alcorn goals still out in front of them. And the cliche is you improve more between your first and second game than you do any other time of the season. So they have a week off this week. So I'm sure Coach McNair gonna have them working hard to get back going. So everybody who I love those memes. Everybody, all those memes, that was hilarious. But this team is not out of it. Ain't nobody automatically that won the West because Alcorn lost. You still gonna have to beat them Braves to get the way you want to go. So this is gonna be an interesting season. This definitely shakes up a lot early, but Alcorn is still in it.
Yeah, that's true. What it does do is give a lot of other teams confidence. So Alcorn gonna have to come back and make their statement, but you can best believe people licking their chops. So they're gonna bring it. They always bring it to Alcorn, but teams are really gonna bring it now. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, and people kind of see a little bit of a crack in the armor. People see what worked. You're looking at what your team do well and what they didn't do in that game, and that the next game they're gonna try to exploit it, and then so on and so forth. If they can't fix it, if they can't fix what their problems are by start to fix that next week, then you're gonna see some more things pile on. That's when I want to see how they respond in this game in 2 weeks against North State. If they that game, then all bets are off. Everybody gonna go for the kill shot. If they come out and they respond well, then this team gonna be resilient. And this is gonna show the makeup of what this team is. So I'm eager to see that. And that's just one of those storylines that you get in every season. You just don't know. We predict, we talk, and like you said, it's a game, and the two teams play. And just because you pick one to win, don't mean they're gonna win. And they got bit, and hopefully we'll see if they can respond.
But speaking of that, speaking of picking and predictions, we're gonna go ahead and move on to this upcoming week's game. So I wrote out all the SWAC games. I made my picks. I'll go ahead and tell you my pick. I'll call out the game, tell you who I picked, and then I'm gonna log down who you taking. Cool.
Okay. Let's do it.
I got the Valley game on Thursday. Mississippi Valley versus Murray State. I took Murray State.
I'm going the same. I did a little bit of research, not a lot, but Murray State they have a really good team. They won the OVC in the spring. Their whole team is back. I like Valley, but Valley don't have the numbers right now. They don't have the depth. I think they're
Right.
not gonna be able to keep up right now. So I'm going with Murray State now.
Alabama State, Miles College. I took Alabama State.
I'm going Alabama State too. I'm watching Miles because Southern play Miles next week, so I need to know what they got. If they don't compete really well against Alabama State, then I might feel a little bit better. But Miles is a team picked to win their division in their conference, so they should be tough. You know, you can't really tell with those D2 teams, man. They could surprise you. I'll go with Alabama State. I like their defense a lot.
Right. All right. Southern versus Troy. I'm gonna go with the upset. I'm taking Southern in that one.
I'm taking Troy, man. I want to see how Southern plays this game. This game here to me is gonna show if there's a difference between what Odoms was doing and what Coach Rollins wants to do. Odoms treated these kind of games as like preseason games. You know, he wanted to win because every coach want to win when you step on the field, but I don't think he always, went all out focus on SWAC play. They say they want to come out and win this game. I think Southern got a shot if they can play, if they don't turn the ball over and they can get some early success. I think Southern have a shot, but right now I'm gonna go with Troy. I can't pick Southern right now, but I appreciate you picking them though. So hopefully you right and I'm wrong.
I think I'm gonna go with them, man. I'm gonna put Troy right in there with McNeese and Southern. They play their non-conference games. To me, they play them pretty well. I mean, they don't win them, but I think y'all had 20-14 with McNeese not too long ago.
We was right there in the game all game long.
Right. And I think if
with
this
6 turnovers, and we still almost won it.
If this team is any better than the previous Southern teams, I think they got a shot at winning them. So I'm gonna go with Southern on that one. But Alabama A&M versus South Carolina State, I'm gonna ride with A&M on this one in a close one.
I think it's gonna be a good game. I think A&M gonna win because I love Akil Glass, man. I love him almost like he played for my team. I think that dude's a tremendous baller. I've liked him since I seen him play his freshman year. So I think they have the offense. South Carolina State is a good defensive team. I think their defense is gonna keep them in this game, but their A&M offense is gonna make enough plays to win. I think it'll be closer than a lot of people expect.
All right. UAPB versus Lane College. I got to take the Golden Lions, the fighting Golden Lions.
I think y'all, man. I think UAPB gonna do it, man. I really think they're gonna put some points on the board in this game. I know the last time they played Lane, that was a hell of a game. Man, I listened to it on the radio. But I think the offense is gonna be a lot crisper. I really want to see if the running game it gets going because I know that passing attack is gonna be there, and I like a lot of the guys on the defense. I think Pine Bluff gonna take care of business in this one. I think that's a good first win of the season.
I plan to be in the building to see it, so next SWAC Smoke I'll have a full report.
All right, that's what I like.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say that's what I like doing, like an on-site report. That's what we do.
Right. We're gonna get around to enough games this year between the both of us to where we can have that. But Prairie View and TSU.
Oh yeah.
I'm taking Prairie View in this one. I think PV defense from last year, if they play half as good as they played last year, and I don't know if you know about the transfer that PV got from Grambling, little running back, but that boy is a beast. I can't think of his name at the moment.
Oh yeah, Brooks.
Yeah, Lindemian Brooks or something like that. But yeah,
that's him.
Yeah, I'm gonna take them over TSU.
I'm going with Texas Southern, man. I'm picking an upset. I've been saying Texas Southern gonna win a game in the SWAC this year. I like Prairie View's defense. I like them a lot, and I love Coach Dooley, man. You know, the dude's a local guy. I love him. I like what Prairie View doing. I'm just not really, at least right now, I'm not really excited with what they do on the offense because we don't really know yet. But I think it'll be a close game. I think it's gonna be like a low scoring type of game. I think Texas Southern might score something like a late field goal and win. I really want Texas Southern to win, man. I'm rolling with TSU in this one, but I think Prairie View can win it. But I'm gonna pick the upset.
Okay. Bethune-Cookman, UTEP. I'm just gonna ride with UTEP. I don't really know much about either. BCU has been kind of quiet. They got a quarterback from Pine Bluff, Shannon Patrick. I really liked him, but I ain't got no word on if he's gonna start over there or what's going on. So I'm gonna pick UTEP.
Yeah, I'm the same. I don't know what BCU doing. They quiet, man. They make me nervous because they're so quiet. I don't know if they, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if they got something good under wraps that they just ain't saying, or if they're not gonna be good and they don't want to talk. But UTEP is not a they're not that good of a team. So if Bethune-Cookman is playing good, I think they got a shot. But I just can't say without knowing what they doing. UTEP had a game Saturday. They beat New Mexico State. I think it was 30-3. But you know you can't really take a lot from that. But I think UTEP will win just strictly being at home. You know, I think find a way to win.
All right. Get down to the final two games. We got Grambling State versus Tennessee State. I'm gonna take GSU. I took them prior to finding out that potentially TSU has several guys out with COVID, but I think I'm just gonna take Grambling. Don't know what TSU have right now. They've been quiet. To me, they're not typically great in the OVC, so I'm just gonna go with Grambling. I think Coach Fives will bounce back this fall. I don't think that was Grambling standard football that we saw in the spring, so I think they really got something to prove.
I agree. I'm gonna go ahead and say now, don't sleep on Grambling. Never, ever, ever sleep on that G, man. They don't stay down for long, and they're not gonna stay down now. Like you said, I don't think that team that they had in the spring, that was they had a lot of issues, and that's not Grambling football. I just actually just read that what you said about Tennessee State, like not long before we went on the air. So I'm going with Grambling anyway because I think Grambling needs this victory, and I don't know nothing about Tennessee State right now. So I'm still going with Grambling, and I think Grambling would have won this game regardless. I hope whatever's going on with Tennessee State, I hope that that clears up to some extent. But they are super quiet, and I just it's hard for me to make any kind of pick on somebody that I don't know nothing about. And so I'm gonna go with Grambling, and I think the Tigers gonna surprise some people this year.
I believe so too. I'm hoping so. I mean, I like to see Grambling being Grambling. I like to see him lose in the Bayou Classic right now. I want Skelton to get MVP of the fourth straight, but that's another story.
I think that'd be Stella as far as I know.
That'd be what?
I think that'll be the first guy ever as far as I know. That's 4 straight MVPs is amazing. That's something that I've not seen done. I don't know if anybody else knows, but
who got 3?
That's an amazing feat. He got 3 right now, yeah.
I said, who has 3? Who else has 3?
Oh, who? I don't know. I need to go back and look through my stuff. I don't. Most time it's one guy, then the next year somebody else. But just the fact that they have 3 in a row already is a tremendous thing. And if he can get 4, then I know that would lock him into a rare air in Southern quarterbacks, which I think he really should be talked about more in that group. And if he get forward in that and four in a championship, I know he reaches that top level of Southern QB. So I would love to see him get there, man, because he's working hard right now and he's trying to lead that team. We're gonna see how he do.
All right, last game, FAMU versus JSU. I'm rocking my Rattler orange. I'm gonna go with FAMU.
Man, I've been back and forth on this game since since I don't know when. I don't oh man, this is tough. I'm gonna go JSU, man, just because it's always good when nobody agrees all the time. So I'm gonna go with JSU. I think Shador gonna play well enough, but I think the running game is gonna what gets them over the top. I think it's gonna be I don't think it's gonna be as good a game as people think. I think it's gonna be a ugly game for a while. Somebody gonna make a big mistake and cap. I don't really think Shador gonna go for like 400 yards like some people think he's gonna do. I think he's gonna manage the game. The defense and running is gonna win it. But I'm really looking forward to this game, man. Somebody is gonna be upset at the end of this game because both fan bases are talking. So somebody be very this is a big game in conference play at that. Somebody gonna be 0-1 and they're gonna be behind already. So I just want to see a good game. I'm gonna be tuned in for sure. I'm gonna go with Jackson. That I don't do that very often, but I'm gonna go with Jackson.
Yeah, how you
think that game gonna go?
I think it's gonna be a close game. I think it's gonna start out sloppy due to both teams. It being the first game, you're gonna expect some mistakes. I think that FAMU's coaching staff, I think they're gonna be pretty prepared. I think it's gonna be a chess match with the coaches. That's what I think. I think it's gonna come down to that. I think both teams gonna have good athletes. FAMU's bringing back some guys that's got some really good experience. Even though JSU's got, the transfers and all that, but those guys have to play together in games. They have to gel together in games. That takes time sometimes. So, nobody knows they're going to come in and be ready. It may take them 3 or 4 games to get it on their belt, whereas FAMU has been a team for a while. So I think with some of the athletes that FAM's got and the coaching, I think they may be able, because I think a lot of times some of the stuff that happened in the spring was coaching too with JSU. I don't think they was outmatched.
A lot of it.
Yeah, they weren't outmatched with athletes all the time or 100% of the time. A lot of it was coaching. So I'm going to err on the side of coaching in this game.
Yeah, like I said, I've been going back and forth on this game, and I honestly was like, man, this one game I really don't want to predict, but that's what we do. I picked the name, but I really, I could easily see FAMU winning this game because I do think they have some really good guys, and I like their secondary. They added I think his name Collier from UCF. That's a playmaker. Marquise Bell is a monster. And I like Xavier Smith, the receiver, but like you said, I just really want to see how Jackson plays. I think they're gonna be sloppy for a while because you got a freshman quarterback. It's gonna be probably most likely a big crowd, crazy atmosphere. If they can like not be tempted to put the ball in his hands to win this game, then I think that'll show how they're gonna coach the rest of this season. If he go out and say Shador go wins for me, I don't like that. So I want to see how he manages and quarterback. So it's gonna be a match, and I like Willie Simmons. He's a beast, man. He love to beat SWAC teams. So you couldn't ask for a better matchup week 1 as a neutral fan. You really couldn't ask for I'm everybody excited. Like I said, both fans. Every time you look on Facebook, they oh my God, they talking back and forth. So somebody gonna be hurting Sunday, and I'm gonna love it either way. So I'm gonna sit back and watch.
Yeah, to piggyback on what you said, both teams like FAMU right now supposedly they're not set on the starting quarterback. So I think that may be one of the things that may hurt them if they're rotating three guys throughout this game. Um, Sometimes guys need to get in a rhythm. So hopefully they one of them get a rhythm early. They'll leave him in there. And another thing, I think that with Shador, I think they're gonna send some blitzes at him. They're gonna mix up the coverage on him. They're gonna try to confuse him. You know what I mean? I think that's where that coaching is gonna come in. He's really gonna have to be on top of his game, like he says he is. And then the
Oh
last
yeah,
thing with these fans, I'm so sick and tired of the Facebook, SWAC groups and stuff like that. I'm tired of these fans going back and forth. I'm just ready to see this game. We done all the talking and listening we could do. They just need to play, man. I really want to put the fans on the field sometime.
I know. That's how I feel, man. Let's halftime. Let's extend halftime for like 15 more minutes. Let the bands do battle, and then fans do battle. Because, like you said, man, I know for sure since like June, this game has been discussed, right? I honestly, this is one of the few games I ever said this before in my life. I'm going to be over, and that's no disrespect to any team or fan, but this game has been talked about by people who are not associated with either team, not associated with the SWAC. It's been broke down. It's been built back. It's been broke down again. You know, everybody's made predictions all the way in the summer. So let's play. I wish this game was tomorrow, so we could just see what happened and get back to the rest of the season, because this has been a spectacle, and it's only gonna grow as Jackson State season goes on. So for their sake, they need to win, and that's a lot of pressure to put on a team that you need to win. That's if it's anything is that they're gonna have too much pressure on them. So I'm like I said, I'm gonna be watching. And I need some pull kind of power that I could call Hard Rock Stadium and tell them, man, let the fans come down, give them 5 minutes, because everybody can't run around for 15 minutes no more. Give them 5
Yeah.
minutes, and let's see what happens. Fans win whatever fan base win that battle, they win the game. So I'm eager. Let's do it, man. Let's get this on.
Yeah, one more thing I'm gonna add. I plan after being in Pine Bluff for the game Saturday, I plan to be in Jackson by kickoff on Sunday. Although the game gonna be in Miami, I'm gonna probably watch it amongst Jackson fans. So I'm gonna keep my prediction quiet while I'm in Jackson and just enjoy the game.
Hey, we got some people in Jackson that watch the show, so man, you might want to wear. They might recognize you. Don't wear no orange though, because they gonna know you stand out. But man, for your sake, oh man, just hope for a good one. I would love to be around anybody from either school to watch this game, man. And just sit back and observe, because this game is like a late season championship type of game with the atmosphere, and it's only week one. So somebody, like I said, somebody's feelings are gonna get really hurt on Sunday, and I'm a quiet watch. The more noise you make, they're gonna jump on you when your team lose. So I'm gonna sit back and quietly observe and laugh to myself at the result, because just the after effects, the memes and everything, is gonna be crazy. So this is gonna be a good week of SWAC football, capped off by a couple of good games on Sunday. We'll see how we do with our predictions. We picked some of the same teams. We differed on a couple, so we got a couple good chances to see how we turn out.
Well, I'm ready for it, man. I'm gonna get ready to get out of here so I can get prepared to make that trip And I'll definitely have a report next week, and we'll have another great show next week recapping everything.
Oh yeah, so we're gonna be ready for some live actual SWAC football. That spring thing, it was fun. It was but fall is football, so it's here. So man, you be safe on that road when you're making that trip. And like I say, we'll be looking forward to hearing what you had to say about the atmosphere in the game, and we'll recap all the rest of the action next week. So y'all tune in to SWAC Smoke. We want to thank y'all for checking it out and rocking with us. It's been a lot of fun, laughing and joking. So I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in, and we'll catch y'all guys next week.
Peace.
All right, we out.